Hello and welcome, everyone. We had a good idea. I want to take partial credit for this, because while it was 90% Corey's idea, I have shaped it slightly into something dramatically worse for everybody involved in the production, except for me, to whom it's going to be hilarious. We're missing a couple of people today. Unfortunately, we didn't have quite enough of a cast to run our usual Secrets Between the Stars episode, so instead, I was going to say we're going to get to know each other, which is technically still true, but you guys should already have done that. This is season 2 of Secrets Between the Stars. You guys have been hanging out.
No idea who you are.
Doing these adventures for a while now. This isn't like a new thing. So instead, you've all got a pad of paper and a marker in front of you. You know the very vaguest concept of what it is that we're going to be doing today.
Gary's in the chat.
Hi, Gary.
He's always pointing at Gary in the chat. That's what that was.
You get to watch the torture to which I get to submit these fine folk in front of us, and oh, baby, it's going to be so funny or depressing. I'm not sure which. We'll find out. We're going to see how well you three know this man, your GM, Corey.
I've never seen that man before.
Corey, introduce yourself to my people.
I'm Corey.
Cool. And on the other side of the table, we've got 3 people who you may be thinking, one of which possibly has a slight or distinct advantage in the knowing Corey specifically department. So here's what we're going to do. This is a free-for-all, newlywed game style clown show. I am going to ask you guys a series of questions. Everyone is going to pick up your nice little notepads. You're going to write down as briefly and succinctly as you can, ideally 1 or 2 word answers. And then when I say, you're all going to reveal them to the camera at the same time. And anybody who has the same answer as Corey wins some points. I don't know the answers to these questions. I think a lot of them are going to be pretty freaking funny. And at the end of this, whoever has the most points wins, exception. Solely, you can only win if you have more points than Kevin and Marcus combined. If you can't beat their combined total, the winner is the highest out of the 2 of them.
I look forward to getting second. As mathematically, I don't see how I could overcome this obstacle.
Do you not? I think you can do it.
I guess you're the man who's looking at the questions.
Absolutely.
I have no confidence in
think you
myself.
can do it. I think you are going to be
Let
fighting.
me tell you something, Marcus. I also have no confidence. Shockingly, maybe. But
I have no idea where our scores are going to end up here today, but I think you might find them surprisingly low at the end of the night, depending on how well you guys have come to know your new lovely man bun toting GM over here.
It's me.
That's him.
Gary, I'll do whatever you say.
That's you. That's the guy. Now, normally when we do the funny talk shows, the he who just hanging out,
19, Gary.
filling
possibly show
time.
it to that camera.
We have, we don't have the dice cams right now, so it's kind of hard to show the
Gary,
dice.
it's a 19.
Normally we do $1 AMA. This time instead, if any of you have a particularly funny idea and want to participate, we have $5 Ask a Question. $5. We will immediately, as our next question, pause it to the class, assuming the level of family-friendly appropriateness, whatever your question you have is. Now, I've got quite a list of questions here that I came up with like 40 minutes ago, and I'm excited to see how well this goes. Pulled from a variety of sources, such as the internet, my brain, and Corey's brain.
Me.
These questions will surely test how well you know your glorious leader. So let's get the concept on the board here.
Take it easy.
It should be normal trivia, but just whatever you think Corey thinks the answer.
I really want to know how
That
much...
would be a really funny way to do it, honestly. That actually
What does Corey
legitimate
think
trivia
the first
question.
pharaoh of
But
Egypt was?
the goal's not to be right, it's the best Corey's answer.
We
No.
found the sequel
Well,
to this already.
let's cover the concept. Let's get an establishing question here, all right? Let's start with something easy. What is Corey's favorite movie franchise? Now, astute
Franchise. Interesting. I have to think.
Do you?
I have to think.
Do you?
I have to put a lot of thoughts into this.
If you give an answer other than what I'm expecting right now, A, you're going to ruin my joke. And B, it's going to be a really bad proof of concept when we have several people getting the first question wrong.
I have a question. You more closely define franchise?
Don't do it. What do you mean? I thought this is supposed. They're gonna get way harder than this. I'm
I
telling
don't
you.
know. I can't think of
Take
any
your
movies right now.
Take your first thought.
What's the country of origin?
Series,
Can you
IP,
use it in a
character,
sentence?
however you wanted to find it. Whatever you think this man is gonna
I'm-
answer to that
I'm ready.
question. The specifics are irrelevant. You just gotta match Corey.
Is there a buzzer? Is there a buzzer?
There's not a buzzer.
Beep, 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 beep.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna do this. Corey, hold on to yours for a minute there.
It's not that.
We're gonna start with our 3 contestants over here. We introduced Corey, but let's introduce our players for tonight's show. Starting over here on my right,
Kevin. And
Kevin.
Corey, very well. Yeah.
well enough to know what his favorite movie franchise is. What do you
Yes.
have? Godzilla. Well, that's what it says on his shirt.
I can read.
Good clue.
It's a pretty powerful clue right there. Next.
I didn't say that. My name is Sully. Anyways, I would consider this to be a franchise because they're always talked about in a group. And I actually said.
You know what? I can see the Ghibli movies.
Yeah.
There's
It was
no
a-
right
it
or
was a
wrong.
hard call.
The goal is to
Okay.
match what Corey says.
Okay.
So far, we've got the
I
thing on his
considered-
shirt
but
and the
I-
Ghibli movies.
here.
Our final
Just trying to
contestant
think
for
of
the
favorite
evening.
movies ever.
I'm Marcus. I'm probably gonna get things wrong, except in this case, I think I got it.
All right, Godzilla. So we have the thing on his shirt, Studio
Here's the thing.
Ghibli movies,
Here's the thing.
thing
Corey's
on his shirt.
favorite movie is not a Godzilla movie.
Corey, favorite movie franchise.
Is Godzilla
Oh,
in
come
general.
on. That's not your favorite movie. Your favorite movie is in this.
All right,
true.
so this is
That's
not
true.
looking great for Sully, who has got a 2-point mountain to climb.
I'll give
coming
her.
out
I'll
of
give her
the
credit.
gate.
She is correct. My
That
favorite movie is
where
not a
his favorite
Godzilla movie.
isn't even in that
You
collection.
don't overthink
As a
yourself.
franchise.
Don't overthink yourself.
franchise,
This is
though.
going to
That's
be
more like
quick
a
answers.
studio.
Okay.
That's a
okay.
studio.
You want to answer the way you think Corey's going to answer. If you think too hard, you're going to convince yourself that you're going somewhere you shouldn't be.
Right,
For
get in here,
instance,
dude.
second question: what
my
is
hair
Corey's favorite anime? Favorite anime.
Oh, okay.
Don't think yourself out of it. Don't go too far from the main point. Just think what this man is going to write down on his board.
I think the audience can answer this one pretty easy.
I
too.
probably.
Anyone in our Discord can
I'm pretty
answer.
confident I can get the first 2 myself. I would give myself 2 points for that one, and then beyond that, it gets questionable. But pretty
Dang.
sure I could get 2 of them.
Dang.
All right, contestants. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's see those answers. Cowboy Bebop,
damn.
Cowboy
Oh.
Bebop.
I think it's Cowboy Bebop.
Evangelion.
Ooh.
It's-
He talks about that one a lot.
He does.
I do talk about Evangelion.
He does bring that one up a lot, but I think we're going to see on Corey's side of the board here,
Yeah.
it's going to be
Yep.
Cowboy,
It is Cowboy
Bebop.
Bebop.
So we're going to be getting a point for
There's
Marcus
gonna be
and
so
a
much
point
paper in these
for
desks.
Sully. Well, it was cheaper than whiteboards, and screw the environment. So
We can recycle these. It's fine.
UGT does not hold to that.
it's paper. It'll be fine. We'll use it to start a fire later.
Young Kratos toasting quiz
So
night.
this is the concept. This is you guys got the idea. You guys got what we're going for. You get the concept what we're going for because it's going to get way harder than this. Those are some intro questions. Let's get a little bit, but only slightly more esoteric. We got movies. We got anime. What is Corey's favorite band? What is Corey's favorite band? Honestly, I don't
Ding,
know
ding.
the answer
That's really
to this
loud.
one.
Ding. You don't?
Many of you may know I'm not a very musically inclined person.
This is true.
I don't listen to much music myself. I don't think we
You
talk.
haven't
I've ridden
sat
in
in
your
a
car
room
a
with
couple
Corey
of
long
times.
You've heard their
But, like,
music then.
Yeah, and I'm sure I have. I have a guess.
Okay.
I'm curious if I'm right.
I want to hear your guess
If you
before I
sit in a
flip
room
mine
alone
too.
with Corey for long enough without anything to talk about,
Do we
this,
have
you
all?
will talk about this.
Kevin's
Yes.
still writing, so I'll give you mine in a second. I'll throw you my theory. I'm not confident, but I think I'm at least gonna hit like top 5.
Okay.
I would say I wouldn't wait for Kevin to write it down.
Okay.
As soon as he's good. I'm not sure. We haven't really talked about music. I would throw out Gorillaz is what I would go for.
Interesting choice.
It's probably not it, but I think it's
We'll find out.
close. Well, we'll see. Well, let's see what you guys thought. Gorillaz. All right, I suddenly feel a lot better about my guess.
Rubber.
Is Rubber a band?
What is new,
Rubber band.
I don't even.
It's from Samurai Champloo, but it's
It's, what did he say?
He said
Get
rubber
the
band.
water bottle.
Rubber
He's doing
band.
it
He's
again.
a rubber band.
That is my favorite kind of band.
All right, am I right? Let's see. I feel a lot better.
You're
I feel a
right.
lot better seeing it come out of Sully there.
I don't know even how to pronounce that.
Gorillas.
okay.
What
No,
is
no,
yours?
It's just
What is-
it's from Samurai Champloo. It's just another. It's something similar.
Oh, you go from anime
Oh,
soundtrack.
I have a
Okay.
song by that
Fair
guy.
enough.
Yeah.
I have the end credit song.
I know
Fun
the
fact about the
answer
end
to
credit
it in
song
chat.
of that show is when I watched Samurai Champloo again, like where I thought was the first time in my life, I got really nostalgic when I heard the intro song, and it's because it was the show that I would wake up to in the middle of the night when Adult Swim was on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually
That's
kind of interesting.
I would wake up to that song, and I was like, wow, I just got like I feel like I'm 12 and I'm in my playroom.
So we were pretty good. I want it on the record. If I were playing right now, I'd be the only person at 3 points. But that was the only. I think I would stay there for the rest of the game. Is what it was. I do not think I would score another one on this list, but we'll see.
It's like
where
I
we
don't
end
know
up.
if there are points for being funny, but I'm playing as though there are.
You're
points
playing
for
for the
being
funny
funny.
Hugh points.
Yeah.
You're going for the name of the drink approach.
You get the get the Jackbox like.
All right.
I
most
know what
upvotes.
flavor the band is.
Gorillas the
gosh.
same letters as Godzilla. I feel you can't
Oh,
spell
oh,
each
did
other
we
get a
without-
question?
Hold on, we
missing
got a
couple-
chat
it
question.
was.
We got an audience question coming in, and then we're gonna have a little bit of a pivot on our end too. A Sane 221 coming in with the coffee support. He's got a question. He wants to know something about Corey, and he wants to know what a panel over here thinks. Facebook math question.
Okay, hang
It's
on.
on your screen
Whoa.
right now. I'll read it out for
Facebook.
purposes of. Have you never seen these
Yeah,
like
this is one of
engagement
those, like, what
farming
order,
math
blah,
questions?
blah.
It's a
Oh, I
okay.
didn't know that this
The
was
same
a-
sent us 10 plus 8 times 64 over 4, but like it's written out like one of those vaguely ambiguous engagement bait questions that you've probably seen on Facebook or Twitter that's just engineered to make people argue by making it not entirely apparent how PEMDAS is supposed to work. So the question is not what is the right answer. The question is, what is Corey's answer?
true.
As I see him frantically doing math. Good thing you've all got your calculators in front of you.
Eat it, Asane.
Did not
We've gamed
expect
it.
that one
I'm
to
not
come
gonna
in.
cheat.
Did not think that was going to be relevant today. But here we are.
Maybe we do need our dice. We almost had to put them away.
All right.
Just
It's
on
gonna
the
be like
off
Corey
chance.
roll a dice. Now everybody else guess what it was.
Whoa.
We should have done that.
ESP question.
Would have been funny. I want to note chat points down here at the bottom. Chat comes in, you get these right. I think we're going to say chat questions are worth double. So you're going to get 2
Ooh.
points for every one of these that you can get right. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
All right, Corey. I think we're going to see your work. I saw you scribbling over there. What'd you end up at?
138.
I think it's 138. Saw some calculator pounding, saw some stuff there. 138
Let's
for
go.
everybody.
Yay.
138
Yay.
question mark.
Well,
Slight-
I was trying to guess how Corey would write it.
You know, if he had included a question mark, like I gotta be
Would I
real.
sweep
If,
the
if he
category?
had included a question mark, I would have given you a bonus point for that.
Hey.
But
I
since
did think
in
about
that
putting a question
same
mark.
vein, because he did not include a question mark, I'm giving you half credit.
What?
You get 1, they get 2.
I already am losing though. I
Current-
already have a bigger
Current totals.
obstacle.
Marcus is at 4. Sully and Kevin are tied at 3. Sully's got to get to the combined value of these two. Don't worry, they're going to get much harder.
And who can answer what that value is right now?
I am the equivalent of the audience sitting at home that could also answer if they wanted to.
Yeah, play along at home.
Hold on.
Tweet
we'll
your-
get some things. We'll get some things going. All right, so we've asked about his preferences. We had favorite movie, anime, band. Let's go into the history of Corey as a person, Corey's storied past. What was Corey's first job? Now, I know if I were asked this question, the answer that I have in my head is not necessarily the factually correct one, because you got to kind of think about, like, where would you draw that line? There's a
Yeah,
lot
that's
of
the problem
things.
is I've had so many jobs, and I had.
That's where I
I've had a
legitimately
few
could
of them
not
at
tell
the
you which
same
one was
time.
the first.
That's what I'm also trying to think.
But the goal is to get the same answer as him. So I'm curious how specific everyone decides to go on this one.
but I can't remember which one
I-
came first.
We'll see. Kevin's thinking hard. Marcus has written something funny. Sully is
You got me.
like actually
I'm torn on which one.
actively
came first.
trying to think of the correct answer.
I'm gonna put it.
And Corey isn't even sure. The storied history of Corey is an enigma to himself.
Look, man, I'm taking a lot of bonks on the noggin.
Still writing.
Well, I'm trying to write it a
He's
little.
gonna get an essay down there.
I'm
Okay.
getting a little vague for it to be for anyone could get it.
All right,
a little.
audience.
Whoa. You're
No,
going vague?
you can't. No, hey, put
Well-
that back up. Put
We
that
haven't
back
submitted
up.
yet. There's
There
no
is
buzzers.
There's no collaboration. You write something down. You can't communicate. Flip them. 1920s paperboy, Chick-fil-A, student, and fast food cashier.
It's at Chick-fil-A.
Yes, it was
It's
at
It's at
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Fast food cashier is pretty good. That
Didn't
would
you work at some place that was
So-
called Gaylords or something like
like
that?
That was in Orlando. That was well
Okay.
after. That was in Orlando. I worked here. I had 3 jobs for a while. I worked there. I think that was the first one. I worked at a boat motor repair shop where I just kind of helped around in general, and I learned a lot about engines. And then for a time, I also worked at a church. I worked at all 3 of those at the same time, so I was very stressed for a while.
I
Then
feel like-
quit all 3 and I went to work at Arby's.
just slamming fast food of some variety is a relatively safe guess to anybody's first job.
Yeah,
There's
that's
like a
why-
really high chance that you're gonna get that statistically.
That's kind of why I put fast food and not
That's
specifically
fair.
Chick-fil-A.
Sully has caught up to the front here. She's still got to get a little bit of space out in front of her. So let's throw her a bone that she's going to feel really bad if she gets wrong. What is Corey's birthday? Immediately to the board. There you go. Your girlfriend loves you. You're good.
Oh, thank God.
I told you, Sully. We're getting some trivia. In
Are we
here.
putting?
Like, she's got
Are
a
we including
shield.
year or just date?
Whatever you want to include. The goal's to match you. She's writing a paragraph, so I mean,
Alright, I'll just-
you might want to include like a historical event if
I'm
you're trying
being
to help
cute,
her.
So that can't go against me, okay? That's just being nice.
We have to factor in cuteness.
Their cuteness
I need
points.
an allowance.
The score that comes in, I will vary based on specificity. Like if he had said Chick-fil-A cashier, I would have given points for fast food, and I would have given 2 points for Chick-fil-A cashier. So like specificity, I will reward you for more perfectly matching Corey's answer. So the closer you get, the more I'll give you. We got half credit, we got double credit.
Credits.
I'll put you on the board if you're in there.
I did see Arcadis pull out his phone and look at it, and then look at me.
Scrolling Facebook.
Because that man knows every birthday by heart. There it is.
I frequently have to Google my own age.
Oh yeah,
I was
thought.
wondering if that wasn't.
I think we mentioned it
I don't know if that's ever been
offhandedly.
said on stream.
I think it would have become apparent at some point in today's
Yes.
adventure.
Yo,
So, like if that was not
I
a
kind of
canon
realized
event,
when this was
it was
pitched, I
gonna
was like,
be-
if they don't know.
Yeah.
I think it was mentioned in a
Yeah,
pre-show.
whatever.
Yep.
Well,
Credits.
I'm telling you, especially with the suggestion questions that you sent me, we were not getting through this without becoming established.
Yeah,
So, like,
that-
all of you were hoping to keep that one under wraps.
Mark
but
your
If we
tonight-
calendars,
held
it's
out, we
known.
could have had our own Smosh moment.
All right,
Help.
audience, Corey's birthday. Show me the boards. April 16th. It's very soon. What Corey wrote. And August, question mark, crossed out, 10/1998. Corey, what's the answer?
So Marcus actually got partial points.
I'm going to give Marcus a point for the year, honestly. But by that same spirit, I got to give Sully 2 for the exact date. No, Kevin. I'm not giving you any points for one.
Give Kevin a
Down.
quarter of a
One
point.
Corey wrote.
Give him a quarter of a point.
Oh, wait. Would that have worked? Hold on. I need.
Huh?
To just roll it, roll
Oh,
a
okay.
D12.
Which you've
See what
got.
happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Powers that be
Hi,
will
Colby.
grant you the
Hi,
right
Colby.
answer.
All right, so let's get slightly more esoteric. We gave Sully the freebie. We threw her the bone with a direct answer that we'd like to hope that she knows. But, Corey, what would you say is your spirit animal?
I actually know the answer to this.
Let's go the other direction. Let's get something that anyone can theoretically guess. The confidence between the previous question and this question has changed markedly.
Between factual and
Factual
subjective.
information and what? Any questions?
Get
What
in
is
Get in here, dude.
what is Corey's
Oh, wait.
spirit
Got
animal?
mind meld.
I said an aneurysm.
This kind of is just long form mind meld, and you only get one try. That's basically what we're doing here.
Hey,
may
don't
never-
tell them my answer.
I swear to God, if you wrote Godzilla for your spirit animal,
No, dude, it's King Ghidorah. Obviously. It's Rodan.
Oh, Mothra. Okay.
Yeah.
Sully is.
How is there so much
Writing.
words?
I think we missed the part where the succinct 1 to 2 word answers.
Yeah, we need a timer.
That was a part of our directions. I have a lot of questions.
I like that it was spirit animal singular. And there's several.
All right, everyone.
A beehive.
Contestants, show us your answers. Let's see. Corey, did you?
Koala.
Okay, he said, or like maybe a sleepy cat, but that's like on his off day.
3 Godzillas from the audience.
It's a koala.
Koala!
Koala.
If
No
there's
points.
a majority over here, does
No
that mean that
points.
he's wrong?
No. Absolutely not how that works.
Oh.
Oh, unfortunate. Nothing for anybody. You get nothing. However, let's get something that's perhaps a little closer to the reason that everyone is here today. Something a little show related, something that pertains in some way to Secrets Between the Stars. This was a question that came directly from Corey. Then I'm going to read both parts because I'm not going to attempt to interpret this myself. I'm going to give you what he said. What series was one of the major influences for Secrets Behind the Stars? Stop, not Cowboy Bebop.
I know.
He
know it's not Cowboy
felt the
Bebop.
need to include that in the question, which is reasonable. The answer, we are not looking for Cowboy Bebop. But what series was one of his major influences for Secrets Between the Stars? Not Cowboy Bebop. Sully is really confident about this one. I'm sure
I
he's
think
talked about
so.
this a lot, probably.
The thing is that with a lot of these shows, I haven't actually seen them, but like eventually the word is just
The
permeated
osmosis just comes in. Yeah.
So it's like one of those words that just floats around in there now that I don't.
It starts to fill. You
Probably.
kinda just-
I've talked about a lot of shows with you too, though.
I
So
exactly.
Just gotta hope that you
I'm
guess
going with
Seinfeld.
one that I
one.
think I can spell.
Okay, do we have
Let me-
everyone's? Is everyone ready?
I know mine is wrong. I think you've actually said you haven't watched this, but I'm just.
All right, well, let's see it.
Let's see.
Contestants, give me your answers. We've got Star Trek, Trigon, and Cyberpunk 2077, which I think are all fairly solid answers, just given the content of Secrets. But Corey, what is your answer?
Kevin.
Hey,
Cyberpunk
Edge
Edge
Runners.
Trigun is a big influence,
I
but
definitely-
Cyberpunk Edge Runners is specifically the show I was watching when I came up with a lot of ideas for secrets.
So you are actually fairly close to the combined total right now. You're like 2 points off
Are you
the combined
serious?
total. Yeah, so like you're doing. I mean, that wouldn't put you a little more in the hole, but you're doing all right.
Because I remember when somebody said, "Oh, it's just like Cowboy Bebop," you said, "Oh, I meant it to be Trigun."
There was, I can't remember what it was. It might have been season 1. Somebody commented on the VODs, like, this is giving me huge Cowboy Bebop. And I was like, I inspired this entire segment off of Trigun Stampede. So I was like, I don't
just
know.
like that scene specifically.
Yeah, like that
Yeah, okay,
specific
I see
moment.
what
I
you
was like,
mean.
that gave me, I was going
I think
off
that
of
the
that.
influence of Cowboy Bebop really just bleeds into your life as a whole.
It
It's
truly
not a
does, 'cause that-
secret-specific activity.
In season 2, Gary at the end of the first episode was like, that was like major Cowboy Bebop vibes. And I was like, dude, I was going Chainsaw Man for that one. So I don't know what I could do different now.
All right, we're going to pivot a little bit. We're going to take a slightly different angle. We're going to do some fill in the blank. I'm going to give you a sentence. The sentence is going to have a blank. You're going to write what goes in that blank. Let's have a little tutorial here. Give you an example. You should all be able to get this one. It's game night. Corey wants to play blank.
Are we talking like
I know two.
board game or like
It's
just
game
in
night.
general?
It's game night, homie.
All right.
Corey wants to play blank. There's a lot more thought going into this one than I thought there was going to be. I'll tell you that
Yeah.
right now.
I've got a 50-50.
I get it.
60-40.
I wasn't thinking of. This isn't what I think of as game night. This is, but I know what we're
Yeah.
talking about now.
I got it there. Okay.
You got there. It's your question.
Marcus is
I was
writing.
gonna say. I was like, I got.
you
Well,
get-
I'll
you
explain
get wherever
why.
you want to be,
I
really.
tweaked my answer.
All right, contestants, what do you got here? How many Magic the Gatherings do we have? It is 3. And Corey?
I did put Magic the Gathering. Because here's my thought process. Here's my thought
not a game,
process.
it's a
Is
lifestyle.
when it comes to game night, quote unquote game night, I don't play games that much. I'm like, whatever. So I was like, well, Fortnite's a game I play, and then because Magic to me is its own little
We always
category.
Magic is
schedule a
life.
separate
There's-
event for Magic.
There's Magic
It's
nights,
no
and then
longer
there's game
considered a
nights.
Bring
game,
Magic
it's a
to the board game
lifestyle.
function. Then I don't get to play
Ugh.
my board games, and we just play Magic.
Magic, it's Friday Night Magic. It is its own
Magic
dedicated
night
thing.
is its own thing.
All right,
AJ.
Let's try another one then. Let's try another one.
Good job, everybody.
All right, that was good, though. 3
GG.
points for everyone. Points across the board. Corey's greatest weakness is blank. Very open-ended.
This is me.
Very ambiguous.
This is mean.
Corey's greatest weakness is blank.
Oh my god, I cannot spell.
You can be observational, You can think you know the man, or you can try to think what he's going to answer about himself. But Corey's greatest weakness is blank. Don't worry, they'll get way meaner. This is going to get downright rude by the end. And I'm not apologizing. We're here to be funny, and it's going to be funny. All right. Let's do this one the other way around. Let's start.
Gary, shut up. Gary.
Corey. We have one guest in the chat naming NPCs without using J. What is your greatest weakness?
Has to make a joke out of everything.
Ooh, I see. Okay, all right, fair enough. Contestants, what do you guys have? We have Pollen. Pollen. Forgetfulness. He cares too
Kevin's
much.
all right. I do.
He's really a bleeding heart at the center of it all.
It all goes back to that test you didn't finish.
I took the question literally.
I'm very
No, he's
inclined-
actually like
very inclined to give Marcus a point for Pollen based on how many times you have had to turn away from the mic and cough today, but the goal is not to be correct.
Oh.
The goal is to match Corey's answer.
Turn away from the mic to breathe in.
If this was a trivia question, Pollen would absolutely just be the correct answer. That's just right. All right, fine. That was mean. We all know that our favorite thing about Corey is blank. What do we love about this man? Our favorite thing about
I have
Corey
to
is
answer
blank.
this?
You gotta answer it
I
too,
don't wanna
buddy.
answer this. I
Be
hate this.
reflective. Talk good about yourself.
Can't.
Positive attitude. We all know our favorite thing about Corey is what? What's our favorite part about our good friend Corey? He's such a cool dude. We love hanging out with him. Why is that?
Can we ask who wrote the question?
I wrote the question.
Now I know the answer.
We all know that what the answer is what Corey writes. I don't know what he's gonna write. We all know that our favorite thing about Corey is blank. I can't just leave you on a rude one. Come on, we gotta get.
I'd
the
rather
good
you
side,
did.
too. I gotta make you suffer too, buddy.
I'd much rather you did.
Contestants, what's your favorite thing about
Wait,
Corey?
is-
So he's still writing.
She's still going.
You got an entire essay. All right. Favorite thing about Corey? Contestants on this far side of the table. What do we have? Has to make a joke. Verbatim answer. Has to make a
Both
joke
of
and
you.
everything. And his sense of humor or dazzling.
They're all
blonde
similar.
locks.
They're all kind of the same.
Corey-
We're in the same vein.
Funny. God, I hope.
I think we all get that.
Confidence.
that.
I'm giving everyone points. That's points for everybody there. He's a funny dude. He's a funny dude. We like hanging out with him. We like the man.
Please
do
go back
be-
to making fun of me.
Oh,
I'm so scared right now.
don't worry. This is going to get way more fun for you. Corey's weirdest habit is blank.
Weirdest habit.
Corey's weirdest habit is blank. Does that have to be something that he does in public? What do you think? What do you think he does at home? It's weird. You think he's a nail chewer? So you see this man as a booger eater? Corey's weirdest habit is blank. Does he snore real loud?
Is that a habit?
Yeah.
This is
I
not a
choose
habit.
Choose to
habit.
snore.
It's a lifestyle.
Everyone would opt out of it if possible, I suppose. Corey's weirdest habit is blank. Ooh, and then we're going to have an audience participation question from Insane 221 after this one.
I
So
have to
think
stare
hard.
at you to figure out. in my
Think
head.
hard.
I'm not a habitual man. I just gotta do what I want and then I do
Yeah,
it.
so everyone's got some little idiosyncrasies.
Fine.
Come on, what do you got?
Fine then.
You got something. Dig deep, Corey.
Oh, got it. Okay.
What? Why does he know and I don't?
What's your weirdest habit?
I have something, but I don't.
Sully's got to weigh her app options between getting a point and losing her boyfriend. So
Well, no, I know what the answer is. I don't think you'll come up with it, to be honest.
I'll learn today.
we're gonna learn something about ourselves.
It's an educational.
I've spent a lot of time with you. I know what your weirdest habit is.
Corey.
I don't know if you're gonna.
Corey gets to learn something today.
Spill the tea.
All right, I'll just write something.
The goal is to match his answer. Corey's weirdest habit is blank. I noticed that Kevin is writing very small and at the very top of his paper. I think he's
We're about to get
a thorough explanation is going to come forth.
All of my answers are going to be in MLA format after
He's
this.
gonna citations and all that.
in-text
Gotta
citations.
make sure we have your references together.
Shane,
Naming
stop,
these
dude.
answers. Stop
Guys,
telling him my answer.
stop teasing me.
That's the entire point of this show.
Damn it.
You signed up for this.
It's my idea.
Contestants, is that actually what you wrote? Viewers is David. How about the other two? Solely Kevin. Weirdest
It worked
Kevin.
last
Has
time.
to make a joke at everything. Has to make a big moment for every fart and burp.
All right.
It's as if somebody pauses a television so he can stare down the lens and do like right at you.
He does do that.
My mom commented, not flushing the toilet.
Carol's here.
Wow! Absolutely read by your mom. Not flushing the
I could
toilet.
have gone meaner.
What's Corey's answer?
Bite my nails.
Bite your nails.
I've never seen you bite your nails.
I bite them constantly. I just don't do it when anyone's around.
Bites his nails. Man does not own a pair of nail clippers in his house.
One time, my brother got his finger clipped with a nail clipper, and it bled a lot, and it freaked me out, so I just bite my nails now.
Ooh.
I guarantee mine is actually the correct answer.
No,
but
I
we
do
were
that.
Well,
It's
just
funny as
unfortunately, none
hell.
of you get any points. We have an audience question coming in once again from Asane221 Corey. Best class, question mark. That's the whole question. I'm
Can
not
I-
going to assume intent. Best class. That's all it says.
Can I ask for intent?
No.
Or okay.
Goals to match Corey's answer. So what do you think he's going for? Best
What's
class.
Corey
From
understand?
Asane221. How is he going to take this question? I know how. I feel like I'm pretty sure that it's intended.
I'm just going to go with what
But
my
we'll
gut
see how
says.
Corey goes. Follow your gut. Follow Corey's gut, everybody. Let Corey's gut guide you. Sully's been guided somewhere.
I'm
She
trying,
doesn't
man.
look super confident, but she's let's see.
I feel confident about my last
After
two answers.
we'll get our point
I
totals
just
after this
didn't
one.
match.
We'll get our point totals after this one. See where we're at. You're thinking hard. Is it high school geometry? Is it
Is it wizard?
operative?
Operative.
If it says something like literature back there, I'm gonna come over the table.
American literature.
Home ec.
Is it a genius of bugs?
Oh my gosh.
Contestants, let's see your answers. Best class, AP US History, Monk, and Envoy. We have a high school class, a Pathfinder class, and a Starfinder class. Corey,
Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition fighter.
he did go
That's basically
fantasy.
this.
You never talk about fighter. You always talk about
I'm going to
monk.
give Sully a point for getting the correct category of answer. That is to say, fantasy RPG class.
I
My-
was also
Sci-fi
speaking
RPG
for the D&D
in
5th
high
edition.
school.
That's the one he talks about.
My
I just
my
say Pathfinder because my brain.
I
goes.
just really wish that 5th edition monk was actually fun to play and not what it is, which is not fun to play. So I really
We
wish.
got one more audience question.
Oh.
Points on the board right now. Marcus, you've got 7. Sully, you have 9. Kevin, you have 6. With the combined total of 13. So you need. You're gonna get. There's a good run for you coming here soon. Don't worry. Link 1429 is coming in with a question. Okay, this is let's see who knows squid history, I suppose. What are the
Oh.
names of Squid's original rats?
So you have to guess what I think.
You have to guess what Corey thinks the names of my original pet rats are.
Okay.
I don't know.
You don't know that answer.
I'm not confident that Corey knows this information.
This guy walks up to me with a phone and just goes, "Look at my rats," and I'm
That
like,
is-
"They've been dead. I've been paid."
That
He's
is-
like, "Yeah."
I think that does happen, yeah. But I think you
Can we
get
get a
the,
number? Is 2?
if it's just what is the name of Squid's
Okay.
original
I'm already
rats?
sending it, so you know.
I think there's a possible
Original.
universe that Corey
There's
could get one of
original
my.
rats. Was
one
there
of-
reboot rats? What does this mean?
What's it?
Is there a dark and edgy
the
rat?
names of Squid's
I need you to write
original
faster.
rats.
I wrote my name thinking you weren't thinking so hard. So you need to go.
It's generally a good rule of thumb for all of you to just put the first thing that comes to your mind. Like, just trust your gut. Because Corey's going to end up on his gut answer. Most of the time. You really want to shoot for just whatever pops into your head.
Whatever pops into my head.
Kevin, I swear to God, if you're right, he has to make a joke out of everything.
No, that
I'm
one ran
taking
out.
that pad away from you. As soon as Kevin wraps it up here. I don't think any of you guys know the actual answer to this
No.
question. So let's see the contestants. What are your answers? Mr. Dyson, get good. Funny and Little Guy, Theodore and George, which is both the name of a rat that I have owned and the name of one of Bryn's dogs. So, like, you are very
Pulled something.
sort of on the board. You pulled out pet names that, like,
That's
I may
one
have
point.
mentioned at some point. What's Corey got?
Cheddar and Richard Nixon. Oh, sorry. Here you go, everybody. Cheddar and Richard Nixon.
Do we get a single point for pulling it out of the ether?
The goal's not to be right. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
I got 0.25 on the last question. Can I
The
get?
goal was to be right.
Can I
I'd
get-
be doing better.
The goal is to answer what Corey.
Is it Squeaky and
Answers.
Steve? Is that the actual answer?
Steven is one of them. It was Nakey and Steven are the correct
Nakey.
answers.
Nakey, I
Nakey.
was actually dancing around. 'cause I
Nakey
feel like
and
you mentioned
Steven
him
were
a
my
couple
original
weeks
pair
ago.
of rats. Nakey was called that on account. They are those two emotes that Hussein has on this channel to this day, are the
Whoa.
naked up arrow
I see
rat
him.
and the black and white down arrow rat.
Hmm.
So,
Wow.
all right, I'm bored of
Yeah.
fill in the blank. We're going back to regular questions. How tall is Corey?
This is my weakness.
How
tall
tall's
do
Corey?
you think you are?
That's
I'm
the
gonna
that's
write
what you're
down
trying to
what's
get.
on my license.
That's what you're trying. Hey, don't tell him anything. Don't share.
I'm gonna write
Oh,
down
the
what
good
my
thing
heart
I've
says.
studied your
You
license
can't give him
a lot.
hints. How tall is Corey? 2 points if you get it bang on. 1 point if you're within an inch. Within 2 inches, even.
Whoa.
Oh, within 2 inches.
No, that's probably too generous. You're right. 2 points. 1 point within an inch. 2 points if you're bang on.
Okay.
Did you
Please
got you
don't-
all good?
please don't
Contestants,
judge
we ready? Contestants, we ready? Corey, how tall are you?
5'9".
His license says 5'9".
5'9".
Contestants, the license says 5'9".
Hey!
I was debating
We're
between
about
9
Kevin
and
with the
10.
bang on.
We're here.
Sully's one off. Mark is very optimistic about his good friend Corey.
I appreciate
I
it.
really didn't want to
Marcus is so
underestimate. I would have felt really bad if I
Well,
shot
here's the thing.
low.
I thought you were 5'9", but I've never met a guy who did not tell me something slightly taller than his actual height.
He put what's on his license. She put what's on his Bumble profile. That's
I think it might be 5'10". I can look. It might be 5'10" on my license, but I know in my heart I'm 5'9". Oh, it's 5'8" on my license.
right.
Still.
Wrong in the first place. It just keeps going down.
So wait, I am right
just
about this
overestimated
increasing
a little
1
bit
point.
too much.
I am exactly right about increasing at least 1 inch.
You were close. All right, fair enough. Let's get some opinions on the board. That was a factual answer. We can't have too many factual answers in the Newlywed Game. That's not fun.
No.
Corey, who's your celebrity crush? Give me a celebrity crush, Corey. And contestants, pick your friend's type.
Interesting.
Celebrity crush coming out of Corey. Where do you think he's going to go with that?
Interesting.
This one's always interesting because it has not necessarily anything to do with media he actually likes.
No.
It's just
Could be anybody.
celebrity crush. You got to read your friend's type. It's always good to do. Look into his soul, Kevin.
Right here, dude. Right here.
Stare into his soul.
You see them?
Yeah, I see.
Okay.
I don't think this is right, but
Oh, I
I
think-
know
I
he's
think-
talked about this before.
Got it.
But that hasn't.
I would say this is definitely a question that you've statistically got a huge advantage on, just from like more
You think,
knowledge
man?
of the person. So, like, we'll see.
I'd never seen him bite his nails in my entire life.
You hide it
You'd
very
really
well,
think-
apparently.
I'm good at it.
Me and his mom, though, are on the same page in the chat.
Sometimes I'm busy. Sometimes I pee that I can think about other
Marcus
things.
is
and I leave.
thinking. Marcus is really doesn't
I-
want to miss this one.
I
He
can't
feels
even
like
think
he-
of a joke answer. I'm like trying not to project myself.
The
and I'm
Rock.
like, okay.
I
well,
can't think of any celebrities.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I mean, that's the that would be what I would go.
He's
if I
gonna
was-
change the
if
hierarchy
I
of
was,
power.
If I was
We're
just
all
gonna
see
meme
it.
100%, I'm going for that. Or Jack Black, everyone's celebrity crush.
Yeah.
That's Sully's.
That like that. That's
Yeah.
everyone's, Corey.
I'm not ashamed to admit it. I
that
adore
that
Jack
crosses the boundaries of like the spectrum of sexuality, man. Everyone's into Jack Black. Contestants, who do you think Corey's celebrity crush is? We got J-Lo, we got Amanda from Smosh, we have
And
Godzilla.
Black. You said she was hot.
Gee,
You're
I
not
see
wrong
his
about
eyes.
that.
I don't. I don't know if we're gonna get a correct answer on this one, but I'm curious as to what Corey's gonna
Anya
say.
Taylor-Joy.
Oh.
Anya
Good
Taylor-Joy.
answer.
I
Thank you.
actually,
Good answer. Good answer.
Marcus
Yes.
respects
I
it.
thought you didn't like her.
No, I think
You
she's a
don't
great
have to
actress.
like her. You just that's not the question.
You cringed when she came up in Dune.
No, I cringed because I was like, I didn't know you were in this movie, and now you're just Anya Taylor-Joy and you're not a character. So hi, Miss Joy. Nice seeing you again.
So was Christopher Walken in that movie. He
Yeah,
was
no,
just
there's
Christopher
I,
Walken.
Dune Part 2, phenomenal movie.
I still
There's
haven't seen it.
definitely just people that show up and you're like, oh,
I
okay.
feel like as time goes on, we get more and more actors that are just they're them. They
Yeah,
don't play
like Jim
characters
Carrey,
anymore.
Daniel
Yeah, they just
Radcliffe.
do. But I mean, I guess we've always had them.
Nick
Like, that's true.
Cage.
We had like Jim
Did you guys
Carrey
know
way
Elvis
back when.
Presley was in Dune too?
All right.
His uncle.
Here's a question. Before, nobody gets to call me out on having a rude one because this one came directly from the man himself.
I don't remember.
What was the last time Corey cried?
Oh.
Corey was.
What was the last time Corey cried? Do you think he's going to write a reason? Do you think he's going to write a date and time?
I know exactly when.
You're just trying to match his answer. Used to be Emma Stone. Used to be Emma Stone for everybody. 100%. I'm absolutely also there.
Yeah,
I
like
think
Amazing Spider-Man
that's called high
2.
school. It was all of us. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was. we were
Amazing
all there.
Spider-Man 2, Emma Stone hit different.
If it's the time I'm thinking of, I would feel bad writing it down.
You got. Hey, it's last time Corey cried.
You don't have to say why. You could just say it.
Well, you think he wrote?
This
Do you think he
puts me in
wrote
an
why?
intensely awkward position because now I'm trying to think like, well,
What are you putting down,
what's that
Sully?
about?
What are you writing? What do you think he wrote?
Okay.
All right, contestants.
No, wait.
Wait.
Last
Change of heart. Change of heart.
Sand Fox, Anya
I
Taylor-Joy
remembered
is the
something.
lady
I
from...
remembered something.
She's the lady from that movie that M. Night Shyamalan did where the guy had like 12 different personalities in his head and he was like a monster.
Also
Split.
Queen's Gambit.
Split.
Queen's
Yeah.
Gambit.
Split. One of the 6
Split.
movies I've seen for some reason.
And one of the 2 good ones he's made. So,
The other one obviously being Avatar: The Last Airbender.
yeah,
I thought of
obviously.
something.
Well, we didn't have to say it.
Contestants. When was the last time Corey cried? Today during One Piece, 5:39 p.m. and last week, Corey.
Today.
During
One
One
Piece!
Piece! It was watching One
Technically
Piece! It was watching One Piece!
What
It
time
was.
did you cry?
No, it was
I was
during
on my-
work.
it was on my
his
lunch.
lunch
It
break.
was on his lunch. No, I
His
can't
lunch
give
break,
you
he texted me. He
5:39
watched a
PM,
really
unfortunately.
sad episode of One Piece.
Listen, okay, here's what happened. And I'm gonna it's now it's my turn to talk. So it was the episode where it was Brooks' backstory, okay? And you learn about the past ship, the past cruise, because I told her to.
He shared this with everyone in his life.
You learn the past of Brooke, who was this very nice skeleton man, and you learn what happened to his last crew that died. And he had a little whale friend that he was trying to get back to go save, and he hadn't seen him in 50 years. So what he did was, as his crew got in a big fight, and they all had poisoned weapons, so they were slowly dying, they all got a little recorder, and they started singing the song that the whale liked to hear, and they were all singing it, and then it would cut back and forth between the past and the current times. And as the past guys were singing it, they were slowly falling over, dying the entire time. And it was absolutely heartbreaking. And there's a part where he's singing it, and he goes, it's a quartet now. And then a guy falls, and he goes, it's a trio. A guy falls, it's a duo. And he falls, and he goes, it's just a solo act. And he starts singing and weeping. And it was beautiful.
Spoiler alert for
For episode 398 of One Piece.
if you make it that far.
You have that level of dedication. I'm sorry about the random One Piece spoilers. Did not expect those to show up in today's adventure. The other thing I did not expect is that Corey has been arrested and he's going to prison. What happened? Corey's going to prison. What happened?
This is an opinion piece.
You're trying to match his answer. You understand
You need to talk to me if
You-
this is not an
there
opinion
is-
piece.
There is no communication here. Corey is going to prison. What happened?
It's obvious.
It's obvious.
It's so obvious.
It's obvious, he says.
It's so obvious.
Contestants.
You're gonna feel like fools if you get it wrong.
Contestants, give me your best thoughts.
I feel like a fool even when I get
Good
it.
front runners are has to make a joke out of everything or Godzilla. Statistically, showing up a lot. On today's episode of Florida Man, he showed up in the news. Our public arrest report's going to bite us again. He's going to prison. What happened?
Guy's face just looked
Kevin, you have an
got it.
answer?
tasty.
Yeah.
Okay, I know I didn't see you right. I wasn't sure.
I knew it.
All right, as soon as Marcus has got his answer here. Oh, he's got a tale to tell. He's got a story for the ages.
There
He
it
is
is.
regaling the audience
Okay.
with something. All right,
These will be in
contestants.
scripture.
Corey went to prison. What happened? Piracy. Being too buff and handsome.
Wink.
And verbally assaulted a tree because of pollen. Corey, why are you going to prison?
Too handsome.
I knew you'd write that.
No!
Yes.
Point on the board for Sully! Oh, I can't believe that was the actual answer. Holy crap! Never done those.
To answer.
That's what I felt most confident all today.
Wow. All right.
Woo!
Definitely
That's my girlfriend.
not pollen. Speaking of that incredible weakness that definitely should have been pollen. Are you okay? You gonna make
I'm
it?
fine. Look, I was excited that my friends
He's
and
crying
girlfriend
because
love
he
me.
found true love.
Yeah, I've confirmed it.
Gotta update my answer for why you're
We're
crying.
gonna go the other direction now. Corey, if you could have one superpower, what are you taking? One superpower. What does Corey want to have? Does he think it's valuable? Does he think it's useful? Does he think it's funny and he has to make a joke out of everything? He gets to pick one superpower and he's got it written down on the board. What do you guys think he just put down?
Easy peasy.
I just realized I could have been like counting how many strokes I was making on paper.
You cannot card count the newlywed game, Marcus. It's not how this is going to work. And then we're going to have a viewer question after this one.
Wolverine's regeneration seems nice
I'm
until you
honestly
realize
not,
he's like
I'm not
300 years old.
100% sure what my answer would be. But I'll tell you, my personal opinion, there are two that are active, massive negatives that come up a lot as like a superpower someone would want, that there is no universe I would ever want to take that. Immortality,
Yeah.
the worst thing imaginable. Like
Yeah.
true, absolute immortality cannot get worse than that. And mind reading. I do not think you want that.
I'd be so
There is-
insecure.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Like-
There's no universe that your life is better because you can read minds. Like that's
No.
oh man. There's no way.
I need to be able to confirm why I'm self-conscious.
If it's the immortality with the snail that's traveling to try to kill you,
That
then
was-
I'm
yeah,
in board.
You have an opt out. You can
yeah.
go pick up a snail if you want to leave.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, contestants. Corey gets to pick one superpower. What is he taking? Super strength, flying. Flying's a good generally answer.
Teleportation.
Teleportation, it's just
Wow.
better flying.
better
That's
flying.
a good one.
There's no
That's a
travel
good
time.
one.
You're
It's-
just there.
I knew
Sandfox
it.
got it.
Say if
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying
like-
the shout teleportation. It is just better flying. It really
But you
is.
kind of
I
die,
know we talked
right?
about a mobility
What? You
thing.
kinda get
I couldn't
We're not
remember.
getting into
You
the
get
philosophical
deconstructed.
conversation
Okay.
about the
No.
teleportation
You
club.
think
You
of it, it's like
die.
the Dragon Ball teleport,
Yeah,
where it's like it is like
All
flying.
right, we
but
have
too
I think he
fast.
dies.
Two
He goes back.
viewer questions.
Always.
First one, which is going to make Corey feel real great about this and how much of the other shows he's not on that he watches. What's your favorite UGT NPC not from Secrets Between the Stars? What, and everyone else, what is Corey's favorite UGT NPC
I have to
not
think of
from
which
Secrets Between
episodes
the
you've
Stars?
watched.
I mean, there's I think a pretty solid answer, like direction that you can go with this. I know what I would write down. I know what my answer would be. I'm curious if I'm right. I have decent confidence in mine.
I don't know which ones are NPCs and which ones are players.
Oh, NPC means not player character.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think I just don't remember which one.
That doesn't help for exactly the reasons he said. Oh.
I can give you if someone was a player character or not. I don't think that's not against the spirit of the question. That's just factual information that can help you. What are you thinking of?
I mean, no.
He doesn't want to share. He's too confident. He doesn't
Yeah.
want to give away his beautiful answer. All right, let's get some answers. Get writing.
Here's the thing, Corey hasn't actually watched a lot of them.
I know.
I've been
That's-
outed.
but like realistically, I mean, this is the real talk moment. None of us watch all the shows. Like,
That's 12 hours of
it's
content.
a lot. It's a lot of
That-
content.
that's kind of
Arcadis
my-
watches
that's-
every
does,
show.
because he's here for all of them.
Yes.
But other than Arcadis, we don't watch all the shows. That's those of you that do, you're legends. I sure don't.
I thank you so much for watching all of our shows. You're so stronger than I. You do what I could never.
I know what my
I don't
answer
even know
would
if
be.
this is actually a character, but I'm pretty sure
I
it
would.
is.
I will level with you. I do not remember the name, and I would have to write a description. But I still think I'd have a decent chance of being right.
Is it? Can you tell me from what campaign you think it is?
No, because I don't want to. We'll see when you show your answer.
Okay.
I'll see.
Okay.
What's your favorite NPC from a not show you've run?
From a not show I
Yeah,
run, it would
yeah.
actually be the same answer.
Would it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Wait.
Hey,
Whoa.
hey,
Whoa, whoa,
turn
whoa,
around.
whoa, whoa,
Contestants.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Sully,
Look at that.
so you put that piece of paper up.
No,
I'm not giving you a
'cause
point. Contestants,
You can't
turn
let
around.
what AJ said affect.
I wasn't listening to AJ. No, I have something else. I thought of somebody that he actually knows.
I'm saying you're missing out, but it's cool. I still love you, but you're missing out.
Contestant.
It's the right place to be.
The frog from Abomination Vaults.
Is it Abomination Faults? Is there a frog? I thought there was
Is
a
there
frog.
a I don't think there's a
Are you thinking of
frog.
Malevolence?
Sully,
It might be Malevolence.
I'm
that's
me.
also
Character
his
he played,
player.
though.
If you guys
Character NPC.
All right, Sully, what do you have? What's your answer?
Ezra Mulkin.
Ezra Moken was my answer. Sal Sartod from Kevin. I would have written
I
Ezra
put,
Moken.
okay, this said Sal, or he just wrote a little goof because he couldn't think of a name.
Sal Sartod's a good answer. I would have written Ezra Moken. And favorite NPC from a campaign that wasn't one I was running would also be Ezra Moken. So, Corey.
Ez was close, but I put Easy's girlfriend. I don't know how to spell her name.
Have you ever been in an episode where she was present?
Yeah,
Have you?
yeah. I watched the finale. I watched
Oh, you
most
did
of the
watch the
finale,
finale.
and
Okay,
I
then I
know
can't see that.
I knew her plot.
He hears tales.
Yeah, I hear
Okay,
tales,
He
and
didn't
then
watch it, but he hears
also,
the tales of Strange Aeons.
and then I did see the episode where she got introduced because it was funny.
This is why you go with your first thought. My first thought was Reese. And then I was like, oh, no, it definitely Malevolence because he was in that. He's way more likely to say an NPC from that. And I went Ezra Moken. But if I went my first thought, I would have went Reese, but I wouldn't have written that down. So I wouldn't have gotten the point. No
I-
points for doing. Second audience
I had to
question.
re-go because I forgot that I could count my show. It hadn't even crossed my mind.
Link1429 wants to know, what is Corey's most hated magic card?
Card specifically.
Most
Oh,
hated
yes, you do.
magic
You've complained about
Sully
this
wants a
card
point,
so
and
much.
she is going to be upset if you don't write it down. Corey,
Well, now I'm on the spot.
This
what is your
flashed on the screen. I
most-
immediately know this one.
You were writing. I didn't even say it. Arcade just put it up on the monitor for us. I didn't even said it yet. What is your most hated magic card? Write it down. Or
hated
stare into the
magic
void.
card.
Either way.
I'm trying to think.
Sully's losing her mind.
Deciding
I've
how
experienced
serious-
so many rants about this card.
I'm sure you have. Don't doubt it.
No
I
more-
yell
no
about a
more-
lot of
No
things.
more help.
I'm so mad.
Well,
The
here's the
problem here, I thought realistically you had a very real chance of getting the combined scores. The problem is that Corey doesn't know the correct answer to most of these questions.
Here's the thing: is there's mechanics I despise, but I can't for my life of me think of a
I
card
need to-
specifically.
Drop my lid. I need to leave.
Sully's about to jump across the table and fight you if you don't write down the correct answer.
I have an
So
idea of what hers is.
There are stakes here now, Corey. Like, there's a correct answer to this question. Corey, write something.
I'm thinking. Goddamn. Oh, what's the name of the card?
I will settle for a description. That is how these
I'm
work.
blown away. I don't even. know
Kevin,
what
I'm
to
sorry if
say.
you literally can't name a magic card.
No, I know the ones you liked. I think. I don't know. I don't know. Hate.
Corey, your job is not to match Sully. Her job is to match you. Don't let her bully you into changing the rules of the game.
It doesn't say bully, AJ.
Artist interpretation.
I know this is not what she put down, but I literally can't.
Kevin,
think
you
of
ready
the
to
card.
get? Just throw something down. Throw something down. We got questions to go through. I got like 10 more.
You write with such reckless abandon.
It's like free flow jazz.
All right, contestants.
You just
I'm
score there.
really-
Hey, what the fuck does you
Contestants, what is Corey's most hated magic card? What is Corey's most hated magic card? Contestants. Creased Black Lotus, Temple of the False God, the other person's card. Corey,
Crease Black Lotus. Winter Orb.
Winter Orb.
What is that?
That's that is the
You've
two.
cut this from every deck that you've bought.
Yes.
And you've explained to me in detail why.
Winter Orb is the 2-mana artifact that is when it is in the battlefield and untapped, everyone can only untap one land at their untapped step. That is way more. If that ever got dropped, I'd be so livid.
I've been so
I don't know
robbed.
enough about magic
I
to give
cannot,
partial credit to
I cannot-
anybody.
To the viewers at
So-
home, I cannot explain to you how many times I've heard about
I-
how much Temple of the False God.
I do think Temple of the
sucks.
False God is a bad card. Absolutely.
Let's-
It is. You can only tap it if you have 5. Hang on. You can only tap it if you have 5
Okay, yeah,
or more
'cause
lands.
see, look.
Hey, there are
You
no
can't
bad
help it.
cards, only bad card players.
Let's look at our
No, there's bad
scores as we head into the home stretch here. Marcus on the board with 7 points. Kevin, a little bit ahead there with 8 points. Sully's got 12,
Oh, too bad.
which only puts you 3 away from their combined total. Like, yeah,
How
you're
many questions do we
you're
have
not like you're competing Like in this, you're 3 off the combined total of Kevin and Marcus right now. You're absolutely in there.
I'm not
Okay.
excited to drink the
Okay.
juice hole again.
Honestly, Kevin and Marcus have gotten way more points than I expected them to. Like, I'm gonna level with you.
I don't mind counter spells that much. They're part of it, and everyone can kind of get access to them, so that's cool.
But we need to get. I did put a pretty high bar for Soli here. So as we get into the home stretch, let's throw you another bone. You should know the answer to this one. What's the last time Corey bought Soli flowers? When was the last time Corey bought Soli flowers?
Give it her big advantage for that one.
This was either going to be a free point for Soli or hilarious and also a free point for Soli. It was a 50-50 chance.
I'm trying to think if I can get the exact date.
Oh, you're getting specific with it.
Oh, that nukes my answer.
Yeah.
Don't say stuff like that. Keep
Oh.
your answers, guys. But
Okay. Well, then I'll just leave.
all right, contestants. Let's see, Marcus.
Do I get the klaxon?
Valentine's Day.
Same.
Valentine's Day and last week. Really, Corey?
Last week.
It was last
Whoa.
week.
It was
last
They're
week.
still in my house. They haven't wilted yet.
Wow.
She was feeling a little down, so I went and got her some.
And Cheez-Its.
Okay.
And Cheez-Its. And she did cry. Joy. It was tears of joy.
Fair enough. Pretty good. Solid. I would have went with the easy Valentine's Day answer and just kind of assumed that there was. I kind of thought that was a very high chance that was going to be points around the table.
Actually,
I
I don't
was-
think we did flowers on Valentine's Day.
I was wondering.
I don't remember what we
We
did.
didn't
for
hang
Valentine's
out
Day.
on Valentine's Day.
I was
We had to
curious
do it
if-
later.
Yeah, we
we
streamed.
streamed on
Yeah,
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's
Gary got
Gary
us
got
flowers.
Gary got us flowers.
I was curious if anyone would shoot for the meme answer of never, or if, God forbid, that would be the right answer.
That'd be horrible.
Just blast him, right?
It's a funny question either way. But Soli, point on the board there. We'll take that one. While Asane's question's getting typed up real quick, let's do one more real quick. Corey,
God.
what is your weapon of choice? Weapon of choice. Contestants, what is Corey's weapon of choice? What does he wield? The entire armory of the infinite universes is before him. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe it's something simple. Something realistic. What's his weapon of choice?
Good question. That was a good one.
I'll make it dig deep.
Yeah,
Make it make on
I
this one.
put some
Make it-
thought in that
We can
one.
get in there.
Gun. A gun.
We're going to get a
gun.
lot more.
Peter Griffin power
Lot
up
of-
from
lot of
Fortnite.
guns in
Gun.
We're gonna get a little bit more esoteric in this this home stretch here. Everyone's gonna have to kind of work for their points. I can't make them all just like actual factual questions about you because then just solely gets them all. Nobody else does. But contestants, what's Corey's weapon of choice? What do you see this man with? Like a chainsaw sword thing. We're going with
Pre-metal.
a Warhammer 40k chain sword. These guns with his fists and.
Flange mace.
Flange mace.
mace.
It was effective. It crushes armor.
Yeah.
It was great against knights. It was. I mean, it was kind of. They were kind of expensive, hard to get, pretty hefty. But I mean, they did the job. Corey, weapon of choice.
Brass knuckles.
Brass. I want to give Sully a point. I'll give Sully a point for the fist weapon for sure.
Thank you.
Only one, but you'll get one in there.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then we have an audience question from Insane221 again. What game are you most excited for?
Easy.
This isn't a poll. This is what you think Corey wants. What game are you most excited for? I had the revelation fairly recently that there's only like a couple that I'm really waiting for, and they're all like 2025. I actually
I don't know a lot of game
I don't really know much
releases
of
coming out,
anything.
to be
in-
honest.
Mine's Monster Hunter Wilds is my number one for sure. I am super excited for Wilds, but like that's 2025. Like that's not soon. It's not
That's
soon
a
at
while.
all.
You got some time.
I'd throw maybe Dawn
I don't.
Trail.
I think we've talked about it. I don't fully know what's coming out this year.
Yeah, I really don't know much that's coming out this year that I want. The only thing I know of that even looks like it's good is Stellar Blade, and that's a PlayStation exclusive, so I can't play it anyway.
Yeah.
I only
Yeah.
know of
I know
one
I'm getting
game
this
that's
All
coming
right.
out this year.
Contestants,
South Park Game
what
of
game
Thrones.
is Corey most excited for? Starfinder 2 is a great
That's
answer.
a good answer.
Hades 2, oh, you're reminded.
Oh, is that this year?
Oh,
Wait, is that this
no,
year?
that's
It's
the
like-
correct answer. 1,000-year door remaster. You've reignited my hope for 2024. Kevin, Corey, what did you write down?
Baldur's Gate 3.
What?
It came out, but I'm getting it
I
soon.
almost said that. I I almost said that. I was like,
That's a
it's gonna
trick
be something that
answer.
he's gonna get
He
to
hit
play on
you
the
all
new
with a
console.
trick question.
I'm getting it soon, and I'm really
I
excited.
almost said that.
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
no,
I didn't
surely he's
even
gonna
have
say
to
a
make
game that's coming out.
I
trick
literally,
question.
that was kind of my subtle clue was I don't know what's coming out this year.
Corey
so.
just pulled. He did. Level. Okay. All right. That was dumb. Okay. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
Oh, I love this.
Pick a number between 1 and 10. Screw it.
Yes.
Pick a number between 1 and 10.
Why am I tearing it right now? And I'm dropping it all over the place.
Corey, number
10.
10. Marcus, 3, 7, 4.
Dice have
I'm gonna
failed
give
me.
a point to Marcus and Sully because their numbers add up to 10.
Yeah.
That's teamwork! What? That doesn't do anything for me.
Doesn't, but it's funny and I'm doing it. And I'm gonna give another point to. No, I can't. That by the same logic, I could give you 2 points and Kevin 1. 4, 3, 3, but no, that's we're
I
getting esoteric.
prefer. Actually, you can do both.
No
I-
point.
No
No point.
points.
Kevin
I read-
deserves
No
that.
points.
I read a study that is 10 is the least picked number
Yeah, you don't
between 1
pick
and
the
10.
edges.
I would
so
wholly
did.
believe
Never
that
pick
10.
We didn't
Yeah.
10
specify
and then
whether
probably
it's
1.
inclusive or
Yeah.
exclusive
Next
range.
I think 7 is the most common.
7
It's
is
by
the
a
most
lot.
common.
I
yeah.
wrote 7.
7 and 4 are the most common ones because they're
All right.
kind of at the opposite ends.
I'm surprised I'm
He's
the only
calling
one that
us
actually rolled a
basic.
Yeah, we're
D10
basic.
just to get the
Brass knuckles, weapon of choice. You pick those guns. But the real question is, how many pull-ups can Corey do?
Be careful, I'll cry.
How many pull-ups?
Be so careful.
How
I'll
many
cry.
pull-ups
Oh.
can Corey do?
Alec, what's 100? What's infinite?
dice are right. I'm gonna do this.
How many pull-ups can Corey do?
Trust the dice.
Corey, how many pull-ups can you do?
0.
Zero from Sully.
I never.
10 and 8 from
No,
your
he can't.
friends.
I was
Wow.
gonna
No,
write
you
it.
can't.
Thank you guys.
Friends with confidence.
What's coming out?
No, he cannot.
This is how I'm aware. No, as a person who also goes to the gym with him, not with him, but like we high five on
we
the,
see
on the
each
way
other.
through. We have a revolving door. I can, with confidence, say 0 was almost certainly the correct answer. Pull-ups are really hard.
I trust that. I was
I've
gonna
never
write
done
it.
one in my life.
I knew it was 0, but I was like, I'm gonna roll
You
the
knew
dice
it
and
was
see what the
0,
dice
but-
tell me.
Pull-ups are really
I've only
hard.
had once in my life could I do pull-ups just on my own, and I did 2 of them, and I got winded.
Yeah,
And I was
it's like
this
like
is
what?
incredible. I'm a health
Like in
god.
high school when you're 80 pounds. Yeah, then you can do them.
Wasn't then, dog. Was not 80 pounds.
That was the
then,
only
dog.
time that I could fucking do it for sure. Okay, let's get pivot. Hey, with celebrity crush, we'll get something kind of in a similar vein, but perhaps something that tells us more about you as a person,
Okay.
about your desires, about your wills.
Sure.
Corey, you get to spend one day as somebody else. Who are you picking?
One day as somebody else.
Get to wear their skin, live their life, be them for one day. Who is it? They're thinking. This one's a
Trying to card counting.
thought provoker. So you got to use your big brain for this one. Who would it be? You have so many options. And then of course, I'm not going to give specificity because the points to match whatever Corey thinks. When it's like you get to pick the day. Can you pick a particularly impactful day, or do you just have to pick someone that you think one regular day in their life is going to be cool and interesting?
That's a lot of stuff.
Or exciting. He's written a whole explanation. That's definitely not a name or a title. It's like, and then do you even think he's gonna pick a real person, or do you think he's gonna pick like Godzilla? So you know, you gotta
Telling my answers.
AJ, shut up.
quit it. If all three of you turn around Godzilla again and he doesn't, it's already happened once. You guys have overworked the Godzilla meme.
It's
couple
in front of our
times
face.
already.
I'm throwing you off.
It was the right answer to the very first question, so I mean,
Yes.
it did its job pretty well.
Luffy.
Is that how you say that?
Luffy.
In what universe is that not Luffy?
He
Because
hates
it's
it when you
One
say
Piece,
Luffy.
dude. It's Luffy.
It's
Monkey D. Luffy. Dude, that's my captain. Okay?
It's like a loofah,
He
but Luffy.
doesn't. He hates it when
Definitely
you say
says
Luffy.
Luffy, but okay. Are we good contestants? Who do you think Corey would want to walk in the shoes of? Let's see. Lead writer to the next Godzilla movie?
Sure.
Godzilla and Godzilla. Corey?
Elon Musk. But So I can do the one Twitter thing where the Spider-Man jumps off the building.
I'm going to need an explanation for whatever the hell that is.
So there's this famous tweet where it was a thing of you could take
That
over.
was my second answer.
There was a tweet where it was like 9 people, and it's like, whose body are you taking over for a day? And someone was like, there's the scene at the very end of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse where he jumps off the building and he's doing this, and it cuts to him landing in his bed, and it's like me doing this with Elon Musk's body 2 seconds before I switch back.
So Corey used it as an assassination plot.
Yes.
All right. Fair enough.
So, there you go.
You guys are overplaying the Godzilla meme. It's not really doing you any favors. It's been right once.
I did an actual answer.
Yours was a good answer, honestly.
Yeah.
I did think for a second it's gonna be to take out some
All right,
political
Arcadus
figure that he doesn't like.
Arcadus has hit us with a question, and it's a 50-50
Wow.
trolley problem.
Oh.
Corey, do you pull the lever before you right now? I mean, you can right here if you already know it. Let me explain the trolley problem because Sully's looking at me very confused. A trolley.
But he already wrote it down.
Yeah,
though.
because he knows what the trolley problem is.
Okay.
A trolley
I read
is
it paper.
coming down.
Doesn't it matter who's on the tracks?
It's coming down the tracks. There are the specifics vary, but I'll just give the most basic level of the problem here. There are 3 people on the track. The trolley is about to hit, which will kill all of them. There is a lever which you can pull, which will divert the trolley to a second track that only has 2 people on it that will be killed. But by doing
4.
so, what?
4.
It's supposed to go up?
It's 4. There's
Is it 3 and 4?
no.
It's
This doesn't
4.
go
It's a
up.
number
You
greater
would-
than 1.
It's 4.
You
4
would
and
never
1.
pull the lever if it was higher.
It's 4 and 1.
The ratio is irrelevant,
Yeah.
I think,
It's
to
just
the
more and less.
exercise.
It's
But
more
he
three
already
and
wrote.
four,
He
and the
wrote,
other
so
one's
we'll
one.
go 4 and
The other
1
one's
because that's what he
less,
wrote
yeah.
on.
Okay,
4
but we're
people on
not
the
talking
first.
about
4
one where
people
he
on the
knows
first
the
track.
people.
You pull the lever. There's 1 person on the second track, but you pull the lever, so you are directly responsible for their death. Do you pull the lever? Personally, I think the closer the numbers are, the better the question is. Now, it's been so long I don't remember the default, but apparently 4 and 1 is what Corey went with, so we'll go with that.
The other key element of it is that the one person cannot hear you, and you do
None
not
of
have
them.
time.
None of them can hear you.
Well, no, 4 people are tied down. They can see that you're there. The one person cannot hear you, and you do not have enough time to go warn him to get off the track and come back and pull the lever.
I was pretty sure we're adding a
There
ton of
it is.
details
Oh,
I've
he's
never
right.
seen in the
Oh,
Joey
it's
Brother.
5 and 1.
I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with them hearing you or not. It's they're all tied to the track.
That's a loophole people have talked about before. Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
pull it, but then I run over and
but they're all tied to the track. It's going to kill
Yeah.
these people or it's going to kill these people. All right, Corey, did you pull the lever?
No, I'm not done yet.
Oh my! It's a yes or no question.
I'm not done yet.
we're doing.
Okay.
He doesn't want us
It's like,
to win.
I'm Elon Musk in this.
I throw myself on the
Yes.
track. Use my body to slow the trolley. Corey,
Give me a minute.
it's a yes or no.
Hey, I wrote that
The
many
more
words
you write,
too,
the
so
less of a
I'm
shot we have.
Give me a minute.
I don't know if Corey understands the premise of the newlywed game. You know we're going for it, I guess. Oh,
Honestly, the longer he writes, the more I'm confident about my answer.
what the hell? Corey, there's no way it's going to be legible on the camera.
It will be.
We can hold it up closer.
Corey, what are you doing?
Hang on. If you stop talking to me, I will have this done. It's kind of crazy how that works. Talk to yourselves. It's a show. There's 3 other people here.
But how's the weather?
I think this stream has made Sully more upset than any
I'm not
GTP
over the Temple
show
of the False God
we've
thing.
ever
man.
done.
I'm going to hear about that on the ride home.
The fact that he could not help but explain to
The
you
real-
why it was bad as soon as it was revealed. That's all you need to know. Okay?
The real thing I think a lot of people are missing from the trolley problem is that there just aren't enough trolleys. We need more trolleys. Because where is even the closest trolley to us right now?
Like San Francisco.
yeah.
And the thing with the trolley problem is that a lot of times you'll hear variants where it's like, but you know the one person, or but you like it's like,
Yeah,
but that
I
one
mean there
person's
are a
your
lot
grandma.
of variants, but like
Yeah.
that's the point of the trolley problem is that like it defeats the purpose because then it just becomes whose life is worth more simulator,
Yep.
which is the question asked by people who do not even a little bit understand the
Are you
trolley.
writing
it's
your essay
done.
again?
Because the point is the direct involvement. That's the point.
Done.
All right, Corey, give me your essay because it's
Yeah.
gonna take us
Yeah.
20
Let's
minutes
do
to read
that.
this.
No. Pulling the lever puts your
Okay.
hands into the matter directly. The utilitarianism view is to pull the lever, but that lessens the individual's worth. The utilitarianist will say pull the lever because more people would be happy by the end of this because 4 people are happy they didn't die rather than 1 person. However, that with that logic lessens the weight of the matter of the person on the individual. You're taking away their rights and their choice to be there by pulling the lever to put them there.
The one time he didn't make a joke out of everything.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
all right. Corey's answer is no, because the individual value of one person apparently did not mentally translate to the 4 people who are also individuals. Kevin said, don't pull.
Don't pull it.
Says, I don't know, but I think he pulls it. Marcus says, multi-track drifting. Unless Elon Musk is on one of those tracks, in which case, he puts it on Musk's track.
So that's a point.
Point to Kevin.
Point to Kevin.
No.
I want to dirty my hands.
Okay.
If you choose to kill the one person, you both put yourself in the situation. You were not in that situation originally.
That's like the
And
argument
then
is being involved.
It's also by pulling that lever, you are saying that the value of the greater public matters more than the value of an individual.
I just want to make sure that your argument is that 4 people are not worth more than one person. That's what we're arguing.
If you are, it is the golden rule.
I was trying to understand.
It is the golden rule: do unto others what you want done unto yourself. So it is
That one
you are
person
choosing.
wants to.
If you were gonna
I
kill
want
me,
them to pull
if you
the
were gonna kill me,
bullets out
I would
Here's-
prefer you killed my
4
whole
people
family.
would really
honestly.
like you to
Wait,
switch that
here's-
track, man.
Here's a
Okay,
different.
Sophia,
Here's
the
a
goddess
different
of
but
balance.
similar theoretical. Okay. You live in a small town where it
Here we
is.
go.
I already told you this, but hear it
Here we
again.
go.
You live in a small town
Okay.
where there is no crime. People live off well. And everyone's health is great. There's no actual serious health issues with anybody.
Okay.
But in order for this to happen, there has to be one child who is locked in a small, dark room no bigger than a closet. They are fed just enough to survive, and they do not have any interaction with the outside world at all. Without that child being there, this town collapses. At the age of 18, any child in that town will learn about this child in this room, and they have the choice to stay in the town or to leave. Do you stay or do you leave?
This isn't even remotely close to the trolley
It is the
problem.
same
The
idea.
inverse would be a whole town is locked up.
It is the
You can blow up
idea.
that small.
Isn't
It is
that a
not
movie?
the same
So it is the
concept.
idea
It's-
that you are expanding
Yours is the value of human suffering. That has nothing to do
it is the,
I think
hang on a minute.
I think we should do a new question.
It is the idea that one person is suffering at the expense of 4 other people being happy. Right? So that is the same idea of there's one child is suffering at the expense of everyone else being happy.
Yours would be more
You are
like...
taking away human rights by doing
Yours
either
would
of
be
those
more,
actions.
at 18, we're going to execute the kid and put another kid in, and if we don't, we're executing the
That's
entire
not
town.
no.
That's more the
not
trolley
what that
problem.
was.
That's
This is the same
That's
child
like,
in there
that
forever.
would be a closer comparison to the trolley problem.
The same child is in there the whole time.
Nobody's-
At 18, everybody learns about it, and then they give the option to leave the town or not. That child is there no matter what.
It's like being Amish. The chance to leave.
It's just like being Amish.
Just like being Amish. It's just like being Amish.
Next question. You get Corey.
I hate ethics.
You found a magical bottle, and lo and behold, inside is a genie that will grant you 3 wishes. Standard wish rules apply. Can't wish for more wishes. No loopholes.
Oh, I've thought of this
Otherwise,
every day.
unrestricted. 3 rules. The 3 wishes.
3 wishes.
Give me your 3 wishes. Contestants, give me your 3 wishes. You get 1 point for every wish that matches one of Corey's wishes. This is up to a 3-point opportunity.
I need to question.
No.
If you ask to stop the trolley,
No.
is that still involved?
Shut up.
Please don't put that back in his head. Okay, then we'll all lose.
Leave the trolley alone. The family is already dead. He didn't pull the lever. That one guy in the other track is going to live with the trauma of knowing that he's indirectly responsible for the death of
I'm going to live
4
with trauma
other
knowing
people
that
forever.
I watched 4 people die, and I could have done it, but I didn't.
Three wishes. Can't wish for more wishes. No loopholes. No multi-part combo wishes. They are simple, single wishes. Up to 3 points for matching a Corey puts on the board. This is going to take a minute because you guys see this one now. It's understandable. You guys got to write a lot of stuff because there's a lot of things on there. You got to get. This is a triple answer question. This is the 3-for-1 combo. And then we're going to look at our scores and still around the board. Ooh. I'll give you the scores right now, actually, while you're writing, because we're getting pretty close to the end, and this is going to take a minute. Marcus, you're at 7 points. I think that's where we were last time we caught up on the scores, so things have not been going
You
great.
didn't give me that point for adding up to 10.
For you, I did not give you guys the adding of the 10 point, no. Kevin, You've moved up to 9
Ooh.
points on the board, and Sully, you are at 15, which means you are 1 point away from the combined total of Kevin and Marcus. You are 1 point off right now, the combined total. So current leader is technically Kevin. He would be the winner. Because Sully's 1 off of hitting her victory threshold. All right, let's start with Corey on this one. Corey, you got 3 wishes.
I need one more.
Oh.
I'm thinking of one more wish.
Oh, you're not done. Never mind. Hold on. Sully's apparently only put 2 wishes down. She needs to think for third wish.
They're detailed.
Very detailed wishes.
I keep looking at the chat, but it all just talks about trolleys, and I get angry. So I can't look in there.
Multi-track drifting.
2 birds, 1 stone, baby.
That's the morally correct answer because none of the survivors have to live with the trauma.
Yes.
So like, everyone has to die. Multi-track, and then also you
treated
die
everybody
in front
equally.
It was going to happen, regardless if you were there or not. If you pull the lever, then you're putting yourself in the
That's
situation.
what the wish is.
You're already in this situation by being aware of it.
No.
Doing nothing is a choice.
No. Well, yes, doing nothing is a choice, but you are going with what nature has chosen at that point. Nature of the
It
universe.
was fate these 4 would get hit by a train.
Nature's railroad.
Nature's railroad. Choo-choo, let's go.
God made this train, okay? Who am I to oppose God?
I think I've gotten one of these right.
All right.
Okay, ready?
Corey, let's see your 3 wishes.
Immortality, but I can choose to die peacefully when I
Ooh,
do.
that's good. All right.
Mental stability.
Solid.
The knowledge on how to end world hunger.
Interesting choice when you have a wish
The
and you can just
knowledge?
wish for ending world hunger, but we'll do
yeah,
it the
'cause
roundabout
I'm
way,
gonna
I
have
guess.
that one.
It gives me time. I have immortality, so I have time to do it and get the credit I deserve for doing it.
If he makes it happen, then he's involved.
his
in
job-
Yes. Exactly. You get it.
The trolley problem. I'll just come back around. Kevin, 3 wishes.
Godzilla?
Godzilla.
Teleport.
Money.
Money?
Money. None of those are anything. Godzilla fails us again. Marcus. Godzilla. No more
Godzilla.
Baldur's Gate 3 from Marcus's board.
I'd like to argue that I'm very close to some of these.
All right, let's see,
Okay.
Sully. Let's see what you got.
To reverse or eliminate a political obstacle, details withstanding.
Okay, world hunger, I guess.
Okay.
To live as a hermit or monk in the mountains alone.
I think you can
Good
just
answer,
actually
good
you can
answer.
just
I could
do
do
that.
that.
I don't think they're required. You don't
the
have to wish.
irrefutably true answers to important questions.
That's
I will give you
I knew it.
1 point for irrefutably true answers to important questions because he specified
He
the
is eliminating
knowledge.
a political obstacle, which is world hunger.
Between the 2, I will give you 1 point.
Okay, I'll take it.
It brings you up to 16 versus Kevin's 9.
So
I'm so shocked
and
that the
Marcus
hermit thing wasn't on
7.
there. You mentioned that weekly that you want to go live in the
Kevin, we
mountains.
just need
Which
to
I do
means
want to, but
at
I can't.
the
I
moment-
can't
gonna
just.
pay
I
off.
just need to like help you win.
I can just choose to be homeless
At
and
the
go live in the
moment,
mountains.
Sully has her victory condition. She's got her 16. She's got the combined total of Kevin and Marcus.
I thought you needed more than the combined total.
This is
Stop.
because you're technically tying right now.
this is the final question.
Unless
So-
somebody submits another.
I don't know. That's
Marcus, I'm sorry. I don't know if you can take first with this one
I think I have a chance.
because he's 2 down.
Oh.
If Kevin gets it and Sully doesn't,
If Kevin gets it so
Kevin
wrong
wins.
that he loses,
If
a
Sully
point.
gets it and neither Kevin nor Marcus gets it,
No more stakes.
Sully wins. If Marcus gets it, he forces Sully to lose, but does not win himself.
Okay.
Him and Kevin can high
I see.
five.
There's 2 ways I can lose.
Final question on the board for our newlywed game tonight. Why'd you do it?
Why'd you do it?
Why'd you do it, Corey?
Why'd you do it?
Why'd you do it?
Why did you do it?
What's the motivation?
The motivation.
I cannot read Sully's emotion right now.
Why did you do it?
Is this frustration? Is this
Did I
thought?
do it?
Why do you do it?
Why did you do it?
Why did I do it? Guys, why did I do
Why
it?
do you do it?
Why did I do it?
Why do you do it?
I'm glad Scott liked the trolleys. I'm glad one person out there liked the trolleys.
Unrelated question,
Oh.
Corey. Why'd you do it?
Good question.
I'll leave it.
Contestants, why do you do it? It was funny. Just cause you had to.
Dude, Marcus got it, baby!
He did it because funny.
Funny.
At the end of the day, end of our game here. Solely 16 points.
Sorry.
Which unfortunately does not no longer meet the combined points of Marcus's 8 or Kevin's 9, making Kevin in 2 different ways by 1 point the winner. He beats Marcus by 1, and thanks to Marcus's high five, they beat the Sully threshold by 1. Kevin's the winner. Kevin's Corey's new best friend. Let's give it up for Kevin.
He knows me so well. We mind melded the whole time. We're right there.
Kevin
Sully
gets to be your girlfriend now.
did pretty
It's a
much.
kiss.
Sully did have just about twice as many points as either of you. Just probably to be expected given the the situation. I'll admit both of you two scored way more points than I thought you would.
I make my interests so well known. I am not subtle about anything I like.
No, for sure. 8 and 9 are much higher numbers than I thought were going to be coming on the board at the end of this. I thought we were going to be much closer to the 4 and 5 points that were on here. And I had no idea where Sully was going to. There were a lot more matching answers in general than I expected there to be.
A lot more Godzilla answers than they thought.
There was only
Way
one.
fewer Godzillas than you guys had hoped for. It came out about 18 total times across the group. It was right still, I think, once. And it was just the first question.
Chat is just saying that Sully's gonna kill me for the false god.
Yeah, I just want to
I
point
just want
Sully,
my time back.
you did lose specifically because of the magic card question.
I know.
Had you gotten that one right, had you gotten the magic card question, you would have won. So,
I know.
just-
Or the
I don't like it so
Elon
much
Musk
it leaves my brain.
It's like he didn't want you to win.
No.
He did this specifically to spite you. I'm pretty sure is what happened.
AJ, stop! I'm in so much trouble. She's gonna kill me.
Thank you for joining us tonight, everyone. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for hanging out. Sorry we didn't get an episode of Secrets Between the Stars today. We're missing some cast. And Corey, you want to send us out with whatever your usual wrap-up stuff is?
Yeah. Thanks for watching. I love doing outros. I'm famously really good at that.
That's why you're doing it. You're the best.
If you like us and you like the shows that we produce, you can support us on Patreon and Ko-fi for $5 a month. You get access to our post shows. There probably won't be one for this one,
We're
but
going to post show the Newlywed Game now.
but there
More
are
secrets.
post shows.
It's going to be sounds of punching. Tiny fists.
We do have post shows for our other shows. And our other shows, I know what you're wondering is, well, we have one that's called Secrets Between the Stars that's normally this time slot. It's a Starfinder show that I run with these 3 and 2 others who are unfortunately sick. They are a band of criminals in space doing criminal things for companies. Saturday, we have Strange Aeons, our Pathfinder 2nd Edition show run by AJ.
Which also
with
has all
all
three
these
of these
things. It's pretty sick.
Can't get rid of us.
They are infinite. They are eternal.
They are spooky and on a boat and something with mirrors, I think. I don't know. I don't watch the show.
We're the
So,
three ghosts
there was
in the
mirrors in a
Christmas
while.
Carol.
Yeah.
Sunday is
The foot of your bed every night.
Sunday. It
Please
just
don't.
wrapped up, but you can watch the VOD of our Abomination Vaults finale. See, book 1 of Abomination Vaults just wrapped up, and it was a good time, and it was kind of sad and scary, and things got tense for a minute. And they are definitely not heroes. It's kind of what I've put into
Recurring
figured it
theme
out.
across, I think, all 3 of our shows at this point. Is
We
that
like
we're-
a good moral gray here at Undeniably Good Time.
Is it gray?
So-
Is it gray? We're going to be undeniably gray time. It's still UGT. We don't have to change any of the branding.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, yeah.
We just had to change the thumb color. There it is.
Huh?
Follow us on social media at UGT Show on everything. We recently got unshadow banned from TikTok. so
Hooray!
check us out there.
What the hell did you do?
I deleted a TikTok, reposted it, and TikTok was like, "No, don't do that. Not in my house." And I said, "Yes, sir. I'll see you in Congress." And so
You really showed them.
I got them. So I think that's everything. Thanks. They weren't. I don't know if we used them or not, but thanks to our friends Pocket Bard
For the
for
not a
you.
pocket part. Yeah,
Not a
no.
Pocket Bard. Okay,
But
well,
thank you. They're still cool.
they're cool. They put me in an ad recently. It was very odd to open up Instagram and my face was there on a different account, and I was like, "Oh, hello." So shout out to them. They're cool.
We like them. They're great.
All right. I hate outros. Bye.
Bye.